to our cocktail video. Today we are going to be making some 90s inspired cocktails in promotion of our program that's coming up, 90s movie and TV trivia on February 28th. Go to our website event page to register. It is adults only and it is BYO. And today I'm making a cocktail from the book Are You Afraid of the Dark Rum and Other Cocktails for 90s Kids by Sam Slaughter. My cocktail is called the Pickelodian, inspired by the great network Nickelodeon, and it features black pepper infused whiskey. Now, the recipe called to do a whole bottle, but I didn't do a whole bottle. I did about a half with a tablespoon of black peppercorns, but if you wanted to do a whole bottle, you could do 2 tablespoons of black peppercorns. So this has been sitting in here for about a week. It's pretty fragrant and pretty spicy now. And what you would do for this is you want to strain it so that you don't get any little bits of black pepper. So you strain it, and it's going to be 2.5 ounces of this. So I'm just going to pour that there. This jigger I have is 1 ounce on this side. So we'll do 2 of these. And then another half. And that's that. And then this is a super easy one to make. If anyone remembers Nickelodeon, and of course the show Are You Afraid of the Dark, which inspired the title of this book. That was one of my favorites. We're also big Ren and Stimpy fans. You can use really any pickle juice. It calls for dill pickle juice. I got these really fun McClure's. Pickles McClure's is supposed to be like the best pickle brand. So you're gonna do 1 ounce of that. And I'm gonna strain this too just because there's some dill in here. Still might get a little bit in there. And then you would just add some ice and give it a good shake. Oh, it smells really good. You can shake it for as long as you want. I usually like to shake it till there's like ice on the outside. And then into the glass. It's kind of sort of a play on a dirty martini, I guess. You could use vodka if you prefer. And then garnish it with a little baby pickle. And there you have the Pickelodian that I just spilled everywhere. Enjoy. Alright,
I'm going to be making a cocktail called The Flannel Factor. It is from this book called Saved by the Bellini. It's supposed to kind of mimic the colors of your classic black and red flannel, which was super popular in the early 90s when the grunge was really popular. So to make it, you're going to need a dark rum, a rye whiskey, amaretto, cold brew coffee, and cherries. So it's actually really simple. You're going to do 1 ounce of each of these. So 1 ounce of rum. And I'm doing it in a shaker glass or cup, but you can really use anything you want to stir it. 1 ounce of whiskey. 1 ounce of amaretto. And then 1 ounce of cold brew. So you'll give it a stir. I know lots of people like to use fancy cocktail stirrers, but you can use any kind of spoon you want. And then you're gonna put some ice in. Give it another stir, give it 10 seconds. And then you're going to strain that into an old-fashioned glass. then garnish it with a cherry, and you're done. Cheers.
All right, so I'm going to show you how to make a drink inspired by the show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was one of my favorites growing up in the 90s. The title of this cocktail is very clever, The Fresh Mint of Bel-Air, and it comes from this awesome book, Are You Afraid of the Dark Rum by Sam Slaughter. So this is a super simple cocktail. Don't need a ton of ingredients. It's got a little sweetness to it. It has my favorite base for a cocktail, which is gin. And you actually don't even need ice for this one. So what you want to do to get started is collect all of your materials and ingredients that you need. So as I mentioned, you need gin, simple syrup, Prosecco, some strawberries, lime juice. I fresh squeezed mine, that's why it's in this weird little cup. And you'll need a mint leaf to garnish. So I already prepped my fruit and garnish by washing them. I cut the tops off my strawberries. For tools that you're gonna need, you gotta shake this one up, so you'll wanna use one of these bad boys. For measuring your ingredients out, and we're gonna use one of these for muddling our strawberries. So we're gonna really smash the crap out of them. And then you want to put it in a glass. So the glass that's recommended in the recipe is a coupe glass, which I don't have, but I did pick up this fancy little gin and tonic glass. So very first thing you got to do is muddle 2 strawberries in your shaker. So I think I got this one. This one looks pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and smash them up. You really want to get all of that juice so it infuses your drink with that wonderful sweet strawberry flavor. We're going to strain it out, so don't worry about it being too mushy or messy. All right, that looks pretty good to me. So then you're gonna add 0.75 ounces of simple syrup. So I'm gonna eyeball it using the 1 ounce side on here. I'm gonna pop that in. And you're gonna do the same amount of lime juice, so 0.75 ounces, which is pretty much exactly what I got from my 2 limes. And then you're gonna do 2 ounces of gin. Okay. And you're gonna shake it up. Now, I forgot my extra strainer. Hang on. I just realized you're going to want to double strain it. Unless you want some strawberry chunks in your drink, that's fine too. So, we're going to go straight into our glass. Use my little strainer here. It's got a strainer top. So just dump that on in. It's going to take a second because your gin and everything is fighting through that beautiful strawberry puree. So I'm giving it a little shake here. Okay, just gonna shake this off. Okay, so you have this beautiful red strawberry juice and gin and juice, and then you're gonna top it off with Prosecco, however much you want. No measurement involved in this one. Nice and fizzy there. And then, I'm not a mixologist. I'm not a cocktail doctor, so I don't know what the purpose of this is, but I'm going to do it because the recipe says to do it. It says to take a mint leaf and slap it between your hands. Maybe it releases the essence. I don't know.
You pop that on top for a little garnish. And there you have it, the fresh mint of Bel Air.